Hey there, this is Rob from Southgate Media Group. The following podcast was recorded during the SMG Podcast Marathon at Indy PopCon 2018 in Indianapolis, Indiana. This podcast marathon was 10 hours long and featured 19 podcasts covering a wide variety of geek-centric topics. Before we jump into the episode, I want to thank our amazing sponsors for this SMG Podcast Marathon. Without you, it would not have been nearly as cool. Links to our sponsors can be found in the show notes and at our website, southgatemediagroup.com. First of all, thank you to Tango Comics for the exceptional event poster. Thanks to our banner sponsors, Passionerdly Podcasts, Tome Travelers Podcast, Kinda Nerdy News with KJ Podcast, Movie Madness Podcast, Ed Maudlin and the Maudlin Realty Group, Very Dark, Very Quick Podcast, Advanced TV Herstory Podcast, Seriously? Let's Play Podcast, Dice Voyeurs Podcast, The Masks of Nythralothtop Podcast, The CritShow Podcast, The Amazing LARP, Chronicles of the Realm, Midnight Matinees Podcast, The Blue Box Café in Elgin, Illinois, Otherworld Theater in Chicago, Illinois, the This Week in Geek Podcast, live at the Blue Box Podcast, the Binge-worthy Podcast, and SMG Micro-Cons. A special thanks to the Bonus Hours Podcast Network for sponsoring our free charging station. There would have been a lot of dead devices without your support. And finally, thanks to the sponsors of our program, the Bonus Hours Podcast Network, featuring the podcast Between the Profound and Profane, Kinda Nerdy News with KJ, The Crit Show, an actual play podcast, Very Dark, Very Quick, the podcast, Passionerdly.com, featuring the podcasts Dice Voyeurs and Tome Travelers, the Kevin Long Show podcast, and finally, the upcoming book, Pod Life, Podcaster Stories. And there we go, the plugs are done. Enjoy the show. Start the next show. Up next we have Kinda Nerdy News.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're the Kinda Nerdy Girls.
We are.
Nerd News. And it's KJ and Katie, and I'm going to just hand everything over to you guys.
Deal.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Katie and I, pretty much from 2 o'clock on, we run 107.9 The Mix.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are local and you want to hear us be nerdy on the radio, you can do that. They let us be nerdy just a little bit on the radio.
We get paid for it.
What do you want to start with? I'm KJ.
Yes, I'm Katie.
She's Katie. I don't like speaking in front of people. I like being in a dark room with a microphone and not looking at you. So
You're very nervous about this, but it's okay.
Pretend you're all cats? Perfect, yes. No,
Okay.
I sit in a room with a lot of cats.
Do you want me to take control here?
Would you take control? Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
So I think we're going to, at the very beginning, just hit quick little highlights, and then we'll get into the discussion. Obviously, we're going to talk about E3 because I care a lot about that.
Katie is the gamer, and I'm the TV person.
TV.
And then we both love movies, so there are
Yes.
things we agree on.
So obviously, the Mr. Rogers movie comes out today.
Yay!
Won't you be my neighbor?
Did you know there was a world premiere in Indianapolis on Wednesday night?
And I missed it.
I know. We were in our last podcast. Katie actually cried talking about Mr. Rogers.
I love Mr. Rogers so much. But it's. I was reading an article earlier today about how quickly this movie will make you cry.
Yes.
Very quickly is the answer. Almost instantaneous.
And what was interesting was one of the guys that was talking about, he's like an archivist for Mr. Rogers. He said one of the hardest things about the movie was creating drama from a guy that has no drama.
Yeah.
Like, he was perfect.
Just a good person.
So we're just going to do a 2-hour movie about what you already know, which is Mr. Rogers is the best person on the planet.
I would watch it, and I'm going to.
So yeah, that's in limited release today.
Yes.
So that's out today. I have not seen Solo yet.
I have not either.
And I know the guys were just talking about that. I don't have anything against it. I am a fun person. I don't hate fun.
I mean, I agree with them. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
What are the other highlights?
In mobile news, Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery finally released year 4.
So you can play now.
So still playing.
You made it yesterday. You were telling me you'd made it through year 3, and you were so bored and wondering when you were going to get year 4.
Yes, it was a little frustrating. It stuck right at the end, right before you go to year 4.
Yeah.
But year 4 has a new class, Care of Magical Creatures.
Oh.
So it's very exciting.
Oh, I would like that because I like the animals.
I told you to play this game, and you just weren't interested.
Well, have you watched Fantastic Beasts yet?
No.
Okay, then I'm not playing your game. That's the rule.
Well, fine. Also, another quick hit, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse released its first trailer.
Yeah, I don't... Is it okay that I don't care?
I guess.
It's too much Spider-Man. I watched the trailer, and I was like, my nephews are going to love this. At Christmas time, we're going to go see the Spider-Man cartoon, but it's just too much Spider-Man.
You mentioned in one of our previous podcasts in relation to Star Wars that you were afraid of saturation of the marketplace.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what's happening?
I do, but can people just not get enough of Spider-Man?
People love Spider-Man.
I also love Spider-Man. You know, I have an inappropriate crush on Tom Holland, so maybe that's why I don't care about the cartoon, because he's not in it.
Yeah, maybe.
But I was just like, what are we doing here? Why are we having this feature cartoon?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, because of everything that they do at Disney to make money.
I mean, it took me a year to go see Spider-Man Homecoming, just because
Really?
I never got around to it.
My husband's the same way. He didn't care. We fight all the time. I want to watch Spider-Man Homecoming. He's like, I don't.
That's not a movie I would
That's
just
my
sit
husband.
and watch
He
multiple
doesn't
times.
care.
Yeah. Movie I'd sit and watch many times over then, Infinity War, though.
Yes.
Yes.
So let me tell you how my day started. Last night I went to Poison, which was awesome. I love Poison. It's one of the things I nerd out about in my life. I've seen Poison, I don't know, 20 sometimes. So I was sleeping in this morning, and I get a text like, and I'm like, what is Katie sending me? And it's a picture, and she's like, this man is dead. And I was like, I don't know who this man is.
You don't know who Anthony Bourdain is?
I have no idea who that is.
Ever
But that's
heard of
what I
Parts
woke
Unknown?
up to. And then I felt bad. The reason I didn't respond to you, because I was like, I don't know. Are you sad? Do I need to be sad for you? Do I need to
I'm a
comfort
little
you?
sad. He's important in the food world.
So who is he?
He
Or who
does
was he?
Parts Unknown, where he just goes and he travels and he talks about food internationally. And he's written a whole bunch of books about food.
Okay.
Which obviously we have a lot in common.
You watch the food show. See, I don't
Yes.
watch food shows. Food shows just make me want to eat, and I already always want to eat.
I want to know who to get in contact with to get my own food show.
Oh, okay. Rob at, at Southgate Media
Yes.
Group. You can have your own food podcast.
I would love that.
So anyway, it was just awkward. I think anytime I felt like you were my relative. I'm not going to call out exactly who it is, just in case they're listening. I felt like you were my relative who only contacts me to tell me someone's dead. Like I was I don't know what to do with this. Like, I'm sad for you.
I thought you would have cared more.
Well, I would.
I'm a little hurt.
I am sad for the people who love this man who is not here anymore.
Yes.
Does that work?
I'll take it.
Okay. All right.
For the big discussions, obviously, Transformers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was so excited when the Bumblebee trailer came out. And it was like one of those things, like all day I couldn't wait to get home to see my husband and be like, let's talk about the Bumblebee trailer. And so I get home and I was like, did you see it? Did you see it? And he's like, see what? And I was like, the trailer. What trailer? The Bumblebee trailer. There's a Bumblebee movie? I'm like, wait a second.
Is that not the same reaction I gave you?
But here's the thing. For 17 years, this man has been in my life. We made an agreement when we met. He had to learn to like cats because I'm a crazy cat lady.
Yes.
And I had to learn to like wrestling because, like, that's his. I mean, wrestling is just a male soap opera. That's what I figured out. So I'm like, and Transformers is something we both grew up watching, so it's something we've always loved, even though they've destroyed all of the movies, and it's been terrible to watch. But I was like, Bumblebee's the guy we love. He's our favorite. How do you not know there's a Bumblebee movie coming out? And then I'm like, wait, so he doesn't know John Cena's in the Bumblebee movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I'm like, oh, no, we're not watching this on our phone. Like, I'm pulling up YouTube on the TV, and I'm just going to watch your face as you watch the Bumblebee trailer and realize that John Cena is in the Bumblebee movie that you didn't know about. And I'm like breaking this news to him, right?
Yes.
So as we're watching the trailer, I don't even know who it was. Who was the Transformer that popped up that you like screamed, oh my God, it's blah, blah, blah?
I think it was Thundercracker.
Thundercrack?
Yeah, Thundercracker.
You,
Thundercracker,
for a fan of
I was
this
gonna
movie, you're
say.
not doing a good job.
But he's like, oh my God, Thundercracker. He's freaking out about that, and he totally missed John Cena.
Oh.
And so then I had to rewind it, because I was like, you're ruining everything about this Bumblebee movie.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is going out of left field. I don't care about Transformers anymore.
Well-
I haven't, and I don't.
I think since the first movie, they've done a really good job of trying to make us not care about the Transformers anymore. Here's another movie just to make it a little bit worse, right? Like, everything that they've done, it's just like, stop it, you're ruining it.
The only one I watched, and the last one that I watched, first and last, was the one where they were on the moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it
Dark
had some
Side of
blonde
the
girl
Moon.
that I don't know, and...
Oh, yeah. You see, you didn't.
Did I pick the
you
worst
didn't,
movie?
Yeah, you only watch the first one. Like, wipe that one from your memory. But I feel like if anyone can save the Transformers franchise, it's Bumblebee. Because he's
Is he the yellow one?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the kind of like the heart of the Transformers. He's the moral compass,
Are
right?
they robots or aliens?
They're Transformers. They're both. Like they're an alien race that has come to Earth.
Okay.
Okay, so but Bumblebee's like he's the good one. He's the one that we love. I mean, I love Optimus Prime. Like in the first movie, the first time Optimus Prime transformed, I like lost my mind. I was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened on a movie screen.
I guess.
Because I love Optimus Prime because he's the caretaker, he's the leader. But Bumblebee's the
heart.
And so if anyone can save Transformers, I think it's Bumblebee and John Cena.
Yep.
The champ is here. So yes.
I still am not bothered at all. Don't
Okay,
care.
it's fine because I don't care about whatever E3 is, which is
Wow.
what we're talking about next.
Right?
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's why I don't care. Because when I get into something, my husband can attest to this. This is why I'm nerdy. I go like all in. When I care, I mean, Doctor Who, I care about Doctor Who so much. There's not a day in my life that doesn't go by that I don't watch a Doctor Who episode. Every single day Doctor Who is on somewhere.
in
I
your
just
house?
adopted a cat and named her Melody Pot. Like, I love it. So my fear with gaming is that I will go into that and that I will never come out.
That's the point.
I won't have a job anymore. I won't shower.
Listen, I managed to function. Kind of. I'm still here.
You wear the same shirt to work like 4 days
I
a
have
week.
5 shirts that I rotate through. Thank you. And this is one of them. But that's the cool thing. It's, to a base extent, an interactive movie.
Yeah.
Which is why people like games, you know?
But okay,
Way better
so
than
I
board
get
games.
it. Like you since we started doing this podcast, you have like made me understand the gaming a little bit more, and it's kind of like a story that you have a little more control over telling. You have some control over what you're doing, and Katie's a control freak, so this is why she loves having control over her movies.
Hence why I planned today.
I know. I got the email from Katie this morning, like, this is everything we're talking about. Like, dude, we have 20 minutes. This is like 3 days of content.
Pick and choose your favorites.
But when I want to be entertained, I want somebody else to do the work. Like, gaming seems like work, doesn't it?
No,
Like, you got to
well-
make choices. No, it's not.
No, it's more entertainment.
You-
Get so wrapped up into it that
Yeah.
you make the choices. Your choices matter.
But I'm okay with other
100%
people's
agree.
choices. Like, that's why when I watch movies and when we started this podcast and we named it Kind of Nerdy, is because I just sit back and enjoy somebody else's vision. I don't get mad if Star Wars didn't go the way I thought it should go. If I want it to go that way, I'll go make a Star Wars movie. I didn't make a Star Wars movie, so I have to watch what this guy thought. That's
or you could
fine.
play a Star Wars game.
But I'm okay.
Because there's a million of them.
Yeah, I know, but I'm okay. Maybe I'm just too lazy.
There's so many different things.
Somebody else create the plot and show me how it works. I don't want to have to sit there and do it.
Generally speaking, there is a plot. You just get to kind of pick how it ends.
I'll consider it. When you watch Fantastic Beasts, I will play the Harry Potter game.
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
Fine. What are you watching Fantastic Beasts this weekend?
Maybe.
Okay.
In other news,
Yes.
How to Train Your Dragon 3 has a trailer now. I think it's 3.
Yes. I watched it this morning on the way down here, and my husband's driving, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat crying.
You cried?
What are you doing? I'm like, Toothless gets a girlfriend. It's so beautiful.
You're missing the most important part of it, is that the main character gets a beard.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's what you
He's
took?
growing.
That's
and
what
he's
you took
becoming
from the
a more
trailer?
important person. I don't care about the dragon.
He's more important because he has a beard?
Yes. I don't care about the dragon.
The thing I love about the dragon, this goes back to my cat thing. Whoever made those movies, I swear they were. How to Train Your Dragon is a PSA for how to have cats.
I think I read somewhere once that, and it might have been a hallucination, so don't credit me at all.
Okay.
That the guys that were animating the movie used to mimic their cats for the movement of the dragon.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. I just know when I watched that first movie, like Toothless, he's like our cat Rhodey. We name all of our cats nerdy things. I mean, literally, it was like somebody put cameras in my house and watched Rhodey's life and then made him into Toothless.
Are you sure it's not Grayson, your cat with no teeth?
I actually do have a toothless cat, but no. But I cried this morning just watching that trailer. So that will be a definite kind of nerdy night out.
Yes, and we have another one coming up. We do nights out. That's fun.
Oh yeah, so if you're in Indianapolis and you want to go to all these movies, we do kind of nerdy night out movie nights, and it's usually the Monday after the opening weekend. We do a Monday night movie, and you can go for free with us, and it's a ton of fun. So the next one, starting on Monday at 2 o'clock on 107.9 The Mix, you can listen to when tickets. We're going to do Incredibles 2. So that's our next kind of nerdy night out. Yeah, right? That's going to be awesome.
I've been waiting for this movie for a long time.
And then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Good one.
And then there's a little bit of a break, right? Like, if you love nerdy movies, I don't think anything really...
Nothing until the next part of Infinity War, right?
There's the Jurassic World movie is
I'm
kind of
go
in
see
the
that
nerdy
one.
thing, but I haven't seen any of those.
Oh, I love dinosaurs. Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen... Jurassic Park was the only Jurassic thing I saw.
Did you see the one with Jeff Goldblum in it?
Was he in the first one?
Second one?
Nope.
Oh. Well, it was a good movie.
Okay.
They're all pretty good movies. But they're meant, I think, to be taken lighthearted. You know, it's not like super detailed and whatever. Like the first one was, where they were, trying to be as anatomically correct about dinosaurs and as correct and scientifically accurate as they could be. The newer ones are, I think, kind of meant to be more action-y and adventure-y and more entertaining to watch.
Is there anything new about it? I mean, like, haven't we learned our lesson?
No.
Don't bring the dinosaurs back. The end.
No.
We didn't learn that.
This time they have to go rescue the dinosaurs from a volcano.
All right. Well, well, here's another reason I'm not going to see it, because I'm still mad at Star-Lord. So Chris Pratt, no.
I agree.
Not Don't ask me to bring more Chris Pratt into my world right now. Although I saw, the descripted thing that we're doing, that's Parks and Rec, isn't
Yep.
it? I've never seen an episode of Parks and Rec. I'm going to be great at this descripted thing. I should watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Is that funny? Well, if I start watching Parks and Rec, will it make me like Chris Pratt again?
Yes.
Despite everything that he did wrong in Infinity War.
Yes.
I will.
Even better, at least in my opinion, is Andy than is Free.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You get to watch him go from bad Andy to
Yeah.
Chris Pratt gets the role of Star-Lord.
Oh, okay.
And he suddenly becomes like all trim.
Ah,
It's a
okay.
good show. I think you'd like it.
Okay, and it's set in Indiana, right? Is that the fictional town of Indiana? See, this is
Lot of good shows in Indiana.
that's as far as I go. So this should be a good time. Tell me about the E3 thing because
I'll just run through it real
we
quick,
skipped
'cause I
over
know
it.
you don't care.
No, like everyone else is like, ooh, yeah, let's talk about this.
Yes.
I literally have never heard of this, and all week Katie's been saying we got to cover E3 at PopCon,
Yes.
and I was like, yeah, of course we do. Yeah, I have no idea what
set
this is.
alarms on my phone. So
Okay.
it's a big conference where all of the, you can generally say gaming world gets together, and all the big people who make games and all the big companies like Microsoft, they all get together and announce what they're going to do for the next year.
Okay.
So it's not only software like games and things like that, but hardware.
Okay.
So new consoles, new systems. The Nintendo Switch was one of them recently.
Ooh,
things like that.
I thought that was cool.
So Microsoft, they are the big ones that did the Xbox 360.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. The Xbox One is the most recent one.
Okay.
They are planning a possible new Halo title, which I know you don't know what that is, but that's
I've
aliens.
heard of Halo.
Yes. New Gears of War, which is super gory and bloody.
Okay.
And a new possible Forza game, which is racing.
Ooh, okay. I like racing games.
Nintendo, which is what I think you'll care more about, which it's the more family-friendly one.
Okay.
That's the one with the Switch.
Okay.
New Super Smash Brothers coming to the Switch. So
Okay.
exciting. Possible new Yoshi game.
I don't know what that is.
From Mario, Yoshi was the little green dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Listen, I have a PS2. That's where I'm at in gaming, okay?
Most sold console ever.
That's it. That's as far as I've gotten.
Yep. And then there's a new game coming along called Let's Go Pikachu.
Ooh,
New
okay.
Pokemon thing.
Okay.
So they will be doing that as well. Obviously, we're going to hear hopefully from Bethesda about Fallout 76, which is what I'm excited for.
So you haven't heard anything about Fallout 76 since that little teaser, right?
Just rumors. Yep.
Are you excited about that?
I'm beyond excited about that.
Okay.
See? Finally. Some agreement.
If I was going to get into like anything that she just said, like, okay, I'm going to try a game here.
That one.
What would you recommend?
For you not knowing much, I'd say the Nintendo titles.
The Nintendo ones?
Anything like that would be amazing.
Okay.
Do not get into Fallout 76 because then next thing you know, 300 hours of your life.
See, that's the problem.
But you have the freedom of choice. And that's my favorite part.
Next year, they'll be like, hey, do you want to do this podcast marathon again? And I'll say, no, I just stay at home and play Fallout 76 now.
That's going to be me next year. And then Sony, which not only TVs but also PlayStations. So Hideo Kojima was one of the guys that worked on Silent Hill and Silent Hills for a long time.
I feel like, what's your name? What's your name? Jason. I feel like you and Katie just need to take over here.
Yes. So they ended production on something called Silent Hills, which was supposed to be the most recent game. And
Okay.
Silent Hill is known for its horror and being terrifying and things like that. So he's working on a new project called Death Stranding. They're going to supposedly hear about that.
Okay.
Also, Last of Us Part 2. I don't know if you've ever heard anything about Last of Us.
I got nothing.
But
Is
it's-
everybody else in the room? Do you know what she's talking about?
See? Somebody gets it.
You're okay. You don't. Okay, you're with me. All right. We'll talk about some Doctor Who next.
Possibly a new Spider-Man game.
Everybody wants to talk Doctor Who, right?
Right? New Spider-Man game.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
More Spider-Man.
Got to put a possibly on there.
Okay.
And then totally unrelated to E3, but I know you like it, and I can finally loop you back into the conversation to something you know about.
Yay!
Prince has a new album.
Yes. I just heard about this morning. I guess they announced it yesterday. How cool is this? It's obviously it's not like new music, but they found a recording. It's from 1983, so like very beginning of his career, and it was on a cassette tape, and it's just him playing the piano, and yeah, like, I mean,
I know.
dude, like I can't even like. I know.
Not to mention that his 60th birthday was the other day.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But
So I can tell you'll be buying that.
I will. I will. I love Prince so much. It was so weird the way the timing of everything and how sad it was. We have a record player in our living room. We love vinyl, right? Love vinyl. It's the best way to listen to music, and it's so great that current artists are figuring that out again and putting their music out on vinyl. But about a week before Prince passed, I was shopping at Half Price Books, and we came across Purple Rain, and it was, it was a pretty beat up album, but I was like, I don't care if it skips. Like, I'm getting this, and my husband had never heard the Purple Rain album. Like, he's heard the songs, right, but he never heard the album. I'm like, no, it's an experience. Like, that you put Purple Rain on, and you can't stop listening to it. You have to listen to the whole thing. It's, it's the story, and we had my nephews over, and they'd never seen a record player. And so I'm like, this is the coolest thing, because I'm introducing my husband to like Purple Rain the way that you should listen to it. And my nephews, they're like staring at it, watching it go around in circles. And they think it's so cool that that's like making the music come out of the speakers. And we were dancing in our living room to Prince. And, and then, like a week later, I'm like, how is he gone? Like, we just had this amazing experience. My nephews are all into Prince, and then they're like, isn't that that's the guy that we were listening to on the thing that spins around? I'm like, it is. It's like, yep. I can't believe he's gone, And so I can't wait. If you're interested in that Prince album, it's a limited release, and I have a link. If you just go to kjonair.com, it takes you to my Facebook page. They're pre-ordering it right now, so I would recommend that you pre-order it if you want to hear it, because otherwise it's going to be a long time before you get your hands on it.
Any final remarks?
Well, I didn't run off the stage.
I'm proud of you.
I didn't hide under the table.
See?
We didn't really get to talk about Doctor Who.
That's okay.
Which is sad, but I want to talk to you, Mr. Blue Box Cafe guy. So we'll talk more about that. And this is kind of our podcast is we sit around and we talk about the things that are going on in our lives, which happen to all be nerdy. So sometimes it's very game oriented. Sometimes it's about movies. Sometimes, especially, TV season kicks off and we go back into that. So that's what we do. So if you're interested in pop culture and you like, girls talking about it, because that's what we are, girls. And that was kind of the thing that Katie and I, when we started doing this, growing up, we got Barbies and My Little Pony stuff, and really what I wanted to do was play with my cousin's Star Wars stuff. And so I think it's so cool that we're in an age where a lot of women are going, I'm a nerd. Like, I love Star Wars. I love Transformers. I love gaming. And I think we need to talk about that more. And I think that we need to support everybody being a nerd.
Yeah. But only kind of.
Thank you guys so much.
For updates about upcoming SMG Podcast Marathons, follow us on Twitter at SMG Pods, on Facebook at Southgate Media Group, or go to our website and sign up for our email list at southgatemediagroup.com. Thanks again for listening.